brother.
Stop her, mommy, stop her, mommy.
I think she's late.
We'll take another.
Have you seen the school report? She gonna see on her report.
What?
We'll have to change her school. The teacher's clearly falling short.
She's just a label.
So hilarious and insightful.
Would she be a little brighter than her class?
Oh, yes, she's definitely advanced.
Take
Another vibe over it. She looks very innocent. Look at my face, and it's fighting in the sea. Ever since the day shows me a belly. It's clear that your fear for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a miracle. That I'm as shiny and as shiny as a miracle. You can be all cynical, but it's a truth empirical. There's never been a miracle as miracle as miracle as me.
Look, is this gonna take much longer, Doctor? I got a plane to catch at 3. I'm competing in the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championship in Paris.
You're getting on a plane, Miss Wormwood.
Of course I am. I always compete, Doctor. And this time, I got a secret weapon. Rudolfo. He's part Italian, you know. Very supple. And he's got incredible upper body strength.
I think we should have a talk.
So, what is it? What's wrong with me?
Mrs. Wormwood, do you really have no idea?
Gas?
I want you to think very carefully. What do you think might be the cause of this?
Am I? Look, am I fat?
Mrs. Wormwood, you're pregnant!
What?
You're going to have a baby?
What? What, baby? I don't want another one. Isn't that something you can do?
You're 9 months pregnant!
Antibiotics or... Oh my good lord! What about the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Challenge?
A baby, Miss Wormwood. A child. The most precious gift the natural world can bestow upon us has been handed to you. A person, a wonderful new person who's about to come into your life and bring happiness and magic and love and wonder.
Bloody hell!
Every life I bring into this world restores my faith in humankind.
I'll push you in a minute.
Newborn life and this campaign. Still unbroken is uncorrupted. Every life leaves my heart deep with me. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. Constant life is life. And yet, every single breath you life is a miracle.
All right, where is he? Where's my son?
Mr. Wormwood, are you smoking a cigarette?
What? Oh, of course, Doctor. My apologies. This calls for a proper smoke. Oh my God, it's an ugly-looking thing.
This is one of the most beautiful children I have ever seen.
Ah! Where's his thingy?
His what?
You know, his thingy, his whatchamacallit, his nuda. What have you done with his thingy?
This child doesn't have a thingy because...
What? Look what you've done, you stupid woman. This boy's got no thingy.
Mr. Wormwood, this child is a girl! A beautiful, beautiful little girl!
Is there still time for the biannual international?
Championship's finished. You missed it. Is there a chance we could exchange it for a boy?
Oh, this is the worst day of my life! Oh, my undercarriage doesn't feel quite normal. My skin looks just revolting in this foul fluorescent light. And this gown is nothing like the semi-formal, semi-Spanish gown I should be wearing in the semi-finals tonight. I should be dancing the says, I'm a lousy little worm. My daddy says, I'm a bore. My mommy says, I'm a jumped up little germ. The kids like me should be against the law. My daddy says, I should learn to shut my pie hole. No one likes a smart mouth girl like me. Mom says I'm a good case for population control. Dad says I should watch more TV.
Yes, sir, that is right, sir. 155 brand new luxury cars. Well, they're good runners. Well, let's put it this way. You wouldn't beat them in a race, huh? No, sir. Yes, sir. They're good runners, sir. So, how much exactly? Hang on.
Look at this! She's reading a book! That's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom.
Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl. And she keeps trying to tell me stories, Harry. Stories. They want stories. I mean, it's not normal for a girl to be all thinking like that.
Straight back. Would you please shut up? I'm trying to make the biggest business deal of my life and I have to listen to this? It's your fault. You spin us into trouble and you expect me to get us out. What am I, some flaming escapologist?
Escapologist,
Yeah.
he says. What about me then? I got a whole house to look after. Dinners don't microwave themselves.
Yes, they do.
Escapologist, I must be an acrobat to bounce that lot. The world's greatest acrobat. Now, I'm on to bleach my roots and I shan't be talking to you for the rest of the evening, you horrid little man.
But I'm going to make us rich!
Rich. How rich?
Very rich. Russian businessman, very, very stupid. Your genius husband is going to sell them 155 knackered old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Fair? Fair, listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair does not get you anywhere, you thick-headed twit brain. All I can say is thank heavens Michael inherited his old man's brains, eh, son?
My God.
Well, I shall take the money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you have spoken to me tonight.
This is your fault. You with your stupid books and your stupid reading.
What? But I didn't do anything. That's not right.
What? Right, I'll tell you what's right. You're going to school in a few days' time and you won't be getting right there. Oh no. I know your headmistress, Miss Agatha Trunchbull. She used to throw the hammer in the Olympics. I wonder what she's going to do to a little twerp like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Get off the bed, you little bookworm.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say the subsequent fall was inevitable. They never stood a chance, they were written that way. Innocent victims of their story. Like Romeo and Juliet. 'Twas written in the stars before they even met. That love and fate and a touch of stupidity will call them up. The hope of living happily, the endings are often a little bit gory. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. We're told we have to do what we're told, but surely do unlunch you. Must let little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. Platinum blonde hair dye, extra strong, keep out of reach of children. Oil of violets hair tonic for men. Yup. In the slip of a book, there's a tiny revolt, the seed of a war, in the creak of a floorboard, a storm can begin. The flap of a wing, the tiniest might pack, the mightiest thing every day. Starts with the tick of the clock, all escapes. Stop with the click of a lock. If you're stuck in your story and want to get out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to shout. You let all you do unlunch you. That's little thing like little stump you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, won't change a thing. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take your chin and wear it, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. And nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
In business, son! A man's hair is his greatest asset. Good hair means a good brain. And now, the secret to my success is...
Secret!
Yes, yes, son, yes, exactly! The secret to my success is... this. Oil of violets hair tonic for men. Get back, son! While your old man goes to work. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the stuff, all right. That's the banana bread for all. Woo! A man's business simply cannot fail to get noticed when he looks like this.
Your head, it's green.
Good Lord, woman. Started already, or it's not even 8:30. Ah! My hair's green.
What did you do that for? Why do you want green hair?
I don't want green hair. I didn't do anything.
Maybe you used some of Mummy's peroxide by mistake. That's exactly what you've done, you stupid man.
Oh my good Lord, my hair. My beautiful hair. I have my business deal with the Russians today. What am I going to do?
I know what you can do.
What? What could I do?
You can pretend you're an elf.
Yes! Yes, exactly! I can pretend that What are you talking about? These boys are loony!
Mom, would you like to hear a story?
Don't be disgusting. Go on, creep on back to that library of yours or something. The sooner you're locked up in school, the better.
Matilda, how lovely to see you here in the library again, are we?
Yes, well, my mom wanted me to stay at home with her. She hates it when I go out. She misses me so much. Dad, too. He loves having me around. But I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space.
Matilda, your parents must be so proud to have a girl as clever as you, and to tell them lots of stories like you do with me. Oh, I
I love your stories, Matilda. And that's not a hint, by the way. But if you did happen to have a story you wanted to tell me.
Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps. I'll see you next week.
Goodbye, Miss Honey, and good luck with the Tolstoy. Now, as I was saying, Matilda, I'm not hinting, but if you did happen to have a story you wanted to tell me, I could.
Who was that lady?
That lady, that was Miss Honey. She's going to be your teacher.
That lady is my...
Yes, your teacher. Now look, are you going to tell me a story or not?
Once upon a time. Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world, an escapologist who could escape from any lot that had ever been invented, and an acrobat who was so skilled it seemed as if she could actually fly, fell in love and got married. They performed some of the most incredible feats together anyone had ever seen, and people would come from miles around. Kings, queens, celebrities, and astronauts. But not just to see their skill, but also to see their love for each other, which was so deep, it was said that cats would purr as they passed, and dogs would weep with joy. They moved into a beautiful old house on the edge of town, and in the evenings they would walk and take the air. And each night the children of the town would wait in anticipation, hoping for a glimpse of the shiny white scarf that the acrobat always wore. For then they knew they had only to cry, "Tricks! Tricks!" and the great performers would instantly oblige with the most spectacular show just for them. But although they loved each other, although they were famous and everyone loved them, they were sad. We have everything the world has to offer us, said the wife.
We have everything.
But we do not have the one thing we want most. We do not have a child.
Patience, my love.
Patience, my love, the husband replied. Time is on our side. Even time loves us.
Oh, Matilda.
But time is the one thing that no one is master of. And as time passed, they grew quite old, and still they had no child. At night they listened to the silence of their big, empty house, and they would imagine how beautiful it would be if it was filled with the sounds of a child playing.
Matilda, this is very sad.
Do you want me to stop?
Don't you dare.
Their sadness overwhelmed them and drew them on to ever more dangerous feats as their work became the only place they could escape the inescapable tragedy of their lives. And so it was, they decided to perform the most dangerous feat that had ever been known to man.
It is called!
Said the husband, announcing the event to the world's press, who had gathered to listen with bated breath.
The burning woman, hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair, over ships and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, and
it is the most dangerous feat ever known
to man!
It is our destiny, said the wife, smiling sadly and slipping her hand into his. It is where the loneliness of life has led us.
Well, what happened next?
I don't know. Not yet, anyway.
Well, but isn't there some more? I mean, just a little bit. Isn't there just a little bit more? I suppose your mother will be waiting for you. Is she here? Actually, I'd love to meet her.
Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps. I'll see you tomorrow.
After your first day at school. My mommy says I'm a miracle.
My daddy says I'm a special little guy.
I am a pretty
I'm a blind to be right. Don't you should stay out of trouble. Remember to be extremely careful.
Why?
Why? Did you hear what we said?
Just you wait for Big Cat.
What is A?
Physical education.
It's a trenchable speciality.
My mommy says I'm a miracle.
My daddy says I would be the teacher's pet.
School is really fun, according to my mom.
Doesn't I would learn the alphabet? The alphabet? You gotta learn to listen first.
Just you wait for his end. Just you wait for his A, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, 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 Y. Just you wait for his end.
Thank you. Now, my name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day. Your first day of school. Now, can anybody tell me the 2 times tables? Wonderful. Matilda, is it? Please stand and do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, 10 times 2 is 20, 11 times 2 is 22, 12 times 2 is 24,
my word, that is
13 times 2 is 26, 14 times 2 is 28, 15 times 2 is 30, 16 times 2 is 30.
Stop! How far do you think you could go?
I don't know. Right a long way, I think.
Do you think you could tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
56, yes. Now, this one is much harder, so if you don't get it, don't worry, but do you think you could tell me what 2 times 487 is? Maybe if you took your time.
974.
12 sevens.
84.
Thank you. Matilda, you may sit. Let's move on from maths and let's get into reading. Who can tell me what this says on the board?
Oh, me.
Very well, Angela. Okay. I don't want you to burst a blood vessel on your first day of school. Lavender.
Is the first word tomato?
No, but tomato's a very good word.
Yes!
Matilda.
I can now read words.
And you can read words, Matilda?
Yes, well, I needed to learn to read words in order to read sentences, because basically, a sentence is just a big bunch of words. And if you can't read sentences, then you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book by yourself?
Oh yes, more than one. I love books. Last week I read quite a few.
A few in a week? Which ones did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, Tess of the D'Urbables, The Lord of the Rings, The Secret Garden, Kim, The Invisible Man, Crime and Punishment, and Stig of the Dump.
Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Knock on the just knock on the door. Perhaps on the way she's probably having a meeting or something and won't want to be interrupted in anything. Caution in these situations, sensible, one should avoid confrontation when possible. I'll come back later then. But this little girl, this miracle. Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic.
Enter. Well, don't just stand there like a wet tissue. Get on with it.
Yes, headmistress, you see, in my class there's this girl, Matilda Wormwood, and...
Ah, yes. Daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood, owner of Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the brat, though. Says she's a real wolf.
Oh, I don't believe Matilda's that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Bombinatum est megitum.
Bombinatum est megitum. Children are maggots. In fact, it must have been her who put that stink bomb under my desk this morning. I shall have her for that. Thank you for suggesting it.
But I didn't. Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense. Haven't I just told you that she is a gangster?
But she knows her times table.
So she's learned a few tricks.
She can read.
So can I.
I believe that Matilda Wormwood should be placed in the top form with the 11-year-old.
What? She's a squib, a shrimp, an unhatched tadpole. You cannot just place her in with the 11-year-old. What kind of society would that be? What about rules, Miss Honey? Rules.
I think Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules. In my school, look at these trophies, see how my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine. What do you think it took to become English hammer throwing champion? 1969. Do you think that moment when my big moment came that I treated the rules with casual disdain? Well, like hell. As I stepped up to the circle, did I change my plan? What? As I chalked up my palms, did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off and drink for a minute or two? You think I've altered, but amended my rotation? Do you think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my words from the words I had practiced for many a month? Not a jot, not a dot, did I stray from the plot? Not a detail on my throw was adjusted or forgotten. Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed high up above the stands. Did I let myself go? No, 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 no. No. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. If you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children, 2, 3, 4. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to teach that, don't use sympathy or tenderness. You have to force little squits to toe the line. Sing, Jenny!
If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time.
I apply just one simple rule to hammer throwing life and soul. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the best.
get out.
It is my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, nasty, stinking, filthy, great big question asking. Who the hell do they think they are, those stupid Russians?
Oh, don't tell me we're not rich.
It was the mileage. They took one look at the mileage of the first car and they said, these cars are knackered. And I said, oh, the reason the cars have such high mileage was a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
Of course it's not true.
So you lied,
Of course I lied.
and they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair.
I've got hair.
Wait, what's this? Another flaming book. What's wrong with the telly?
She got no respect, that one. It's all books and stories.
No, it's a lovely book. Honest, you should read it. I'm
Well,
sure
here's
you...
what I'm thinking. You're
No,
lovely.
it's from the library. It's a library book.
You show the little rat.
Do we have any super glue?
Oh yeah, it's in the cupboard. And while you're at it, why don't you glue that stupid book to your stupid head? Yes! Yes!
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around to let them get on top you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right.
I've got my eye on you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Matilda, can I ask you a question? Do all of those brains inside your head give you a headache? I mean, it's gotta hurt, all squished in there.
No, it's fine. I think they just fit.
Right. Well, I better hang around just in case. If they start to squeeze out of your ears, you are going to need help. I'm Lavender. And I think it's probably for the best if we're best friends.
I think someone poured a whole can of treacle on a principal's chair. She sat down, and when she got up, her niggers stuck to the seat. Someone told her I did it, but I never, and now she's after me.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
You're done, kid. You're finished. Once the judge finds out you're guilty, you're smashed. One day, Julius probably gave all sorts of licorice inside us. She picked him up by the hair, swung him around, and threw him out the window.
That didn't happen, Joe. Listen to them. They're trying to scare us.
Oh, Matilda, they're saying she's gonna put me in choking.
What's choky?
They say it's a cupboard in her office that she throws children into. They say it's lined with nails and spikes and bits of broken glass.
If you haven't been good,
And it's made of spikes and wood, and it isn't wide enough to sit. And even if you could,
there are nails on the bottom, so you wish you stood. When the hinges break and the door is closed, you cannot see stars on the end of your nose. When you scream, you don't know when the sound came out, or if the scream in your head even reached your mouth.
All right. Look, when did this happen?
oh no, she's coming!
Better hide, quick! Lasers!
Don't tell her I am Matilda.
Now!
it's known as Angela.
She's over there, under those coats. Where she's been for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Oh, yes. You see, Angela suffers from the rare but chronic sleep disorder narcolepsy. The condition is characterized by the sufferer experiencing bouts of chronic fatigue, often without any knowing or warning at all. You see, she fell asleep and we put her in the coats for safety. Didn't we? Didn't we?
Snarkalancy.
She'll probably think she's in bed when she wakes up.
Is it time for school yet, Mom? What? Hello? What am I doing here? Well, this isn't my bedroom at all. Well, hello, Miss Trunchbull.
Amanda Thrift.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What have I said about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails.
But my mommy says she likes them. She says they make me look pretty.
Then your mother is a twin. What is your name?
Matilda. Matilda Wormwood.
Oh, so you're one. I should have expected. Well, Wormwood, you have just made a very big mistake.
Just so you all know, she is my best friend.
Yeah, completely new cars, absolutely different stock. Green hair? Oh yeah, I mean, it was a National Green Hair Day, and a celebration of all the wonderful green things in our life, like lettuce and snot. Yeah. This weekend? Oh, absolutely, sir. Those we do now. Now that's how you. What the? I'm gonna leave this on. Yeah, it looks like rain.
Who is it?
It's Miss Honey, Matilda's teacher.
Bit busy right now.
Take
Oh, well, come in if you must. This is Rudolfo. Oh, no, it's nothing like that. He's my dance partner. We're rehearsing.
Italiano? Bene, ciao, Rodolfo, piacere. Come stai?
What?
Hey, who is this? You know what interruptions do to my energy flow.
What do you want, Miss Chutney?
It's Miss Honey, and as you know, Matilda's in the bottom class, and children in the bottom class aren't really expected to read, and
Well, stop her reading then. Lord knows we've tried.
I'm in the zone, doll. I can feel it. My hips. Don't waste.
Look, I'm not in favor of girls getting all clever. A girl should think about makeup and hair dye. Looks are more important than books. Now, look at you and look at me. You chose books, I chose looks.
I beg your pardon.
Babes, I'm on fire here. Please.
Matilda can calculate complicated figures in her head.
Calculate this.
9? Her mind? You really don't know anything, do you? Somewhere along the way, my dear, you've made an awful error. You are in blame yourself now. Come along. You seem to think that people like people who are clever. It's very quaint. It's very sweet. But people don't like smarty pants workers. I'm claiming that they know stuff we don't know. Now here's a tip. What you know matters less than the volume with which what you don't know is expressed. Content less important. So you have got to be loud. your problem. You've not got a spine. You are a teacher, just go back to school. But this little girl, this miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. And what sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. But instead she found me, pathetic little me, and another door closes, and Jenny's outside.
And so, the great day arrived. It was as if the entire world had gathered to see the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharp and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage. Everything was arranged by the acrobat's sister, a frightening woman who used to be an Olympic class hammer thrower and who loved nothing more than to scare the children of the town. People whispered that in her dark and brooding heart, she resented her sister, both her success and her love. Suddenly, out came the escapologist, just as usual in his tights and spangly costume, but there was no sign of the acrobat, and no glimpse at all of her shining white scarf, and instead of the musical fanfare, there was silence as he solemnly strode into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
The burning woman, hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair,
over sharps and spiky objects,
caught by the man locked in the cage, has been
cancelled! Yes, the audience gasped so loud that a passing aeroplane caught it on its instrumentation and reported it as an atmospheric phenomenon. Cancelled
because
my
wife is pregnant!
Oh, Matilda! Absolute silence. You could have heard a fly burr. Then suddenly, the audience jumped to its feet and roared in appreciation. The great feat was instantly forgotten, and the applause went on for nearly an hour. Someone has a happy ending? Forgotten by all that is except the acrobat's sister. When all had quieted down, she stepped forward and produced a contract. A contract you have signed to perform this feat, and perform this feat you shall. I have paid for the posters, the publicity, the catering, the toilet facilities. If I give the crowd their money back, where is my profit? A contract is a contract is a contract. My hands are tied. The burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hand over sharp and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage will be performed and performed this day or off to prison you both shall go. No! Well, what happened next? I don't know yet. I'll tell you tomorrow. What? But I don't know if my nerves will make it until tomorrow. Mrs. Phelps, are you crying? Maybe I shouldn't tell you anymore.
Matilda, we must find out how it ends. And I'm not crying because it's sad. It's just they want that child so very much. It must be so wonderful for a child to be so wanted.
Yes. Wonderful. Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps.
Matilda, could I speak to you, please? I'm Unfortunately, I haven't been too successful in getting others to recognize your abilities. So starting tomorrow, I shall bring in a series of books that will challenge your mind. You may sit and read them while I teach the others during class, and if you have any questions, I shall try my best to answer them. How does that sound? Matilda, you don't have to give me a hug, you know. You're gonna hug all the air out of me.
Matilda Wormwood! Matilda Wormwood, where is she?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
So, you admit it, do you?
Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
Earlier this morning, you sneaked like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a slice of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray.
No, I did not.
Matilda was here all morning.
Standing up, a little spitball, are you? Well, this crime took place before school started. Therefore, she is guilty.
Okay, look, alright. I stole the cake. And honestly, I was really, definitely, sort of, almost thinking about owning up. Maybe. But the thing was, I was having a lot of trouble with my belly. You see, the Trunchbull's cake was so good that I'd scoffed it down too quick, and now I was beginning to fight back. Oops. See?
I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
You are guilty because you are a thief. You are a thief. You are a crook. And I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall consign you to the seventh circle of hell, child. You shall be destroyed.
That was the biggest burp I had ever done. The biggest burp I had ever heard. The biggest burp I had ever heard about. It was like the entire world went silent for that burp to exist. As a huge cloud of chocolatey gas wafted from my mouth and drifted across the class. Past Lavender, past Alice, past Matilda, until my great, big, beautiful chocolatey burp, which now seemed to have a mind of its own, wafted full into the face of the Trunchbull.
Bruce Bogtrotter,
Yes, miss?
you liked my cake, didn't you, Bruce?
Yes, Mr. Trunchbull. And I'm really
Oh,
sorry.
no. Just as long as you enjoyed the cake, that's the main thing.
Is it?
Yes, Bogtrotter, yes it is.
Oh. Well, I did. Thank you.
Wonderful, marvelous, that makes me so happy. It gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Oh, cook! What's the matter, Bogtrotter? Lost your appetite?
Well, yes, I'm full.
Oh no, you're not full. I shall tell you when you are full. And you say that criminals like you are not full until you have eaten the entire cake.
But-
No, but you haven't got time for eat.
But I can't eat it all.
Had Miss just helped me sick.
You should have thought of that before we made a pact with Satan and decided to steal my cake. Well, eat.
He can't.
Eat.
He surely can.
Eat.
He might explode.
Eat.
Single slice. A single slice. Or even two, Bruce. Might have been nice. But even you, Bruce, have to admit, between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size. He surely can't, he surely can't. He's one of the men, Bruce. He might explode. He
Trunchbull, I got a little carried away.
Well, that's quite all right, Miss Honey. We all get carried away sometimes. Even I do. Well done, Bog Trotter. Good show. Well, come along now, Bog Trotter.
What? Where?
Oh, did I not mention? That was just the first part of your punishment. But there's more. The second part. And the second part is Shoki.
What?
Miss Trunchbull, please, no, you can't.
Miss Trunchbull, please, yes, you can. Come now, Miss Honey. Did you really think that I would be so easily bested by these maggots? Who do you think I am? A weakling? An idiot? A fool? You?
But he did all you asked, and no.
I did it. I did it. No, please. No, don't take me to Jokey. No, please. No, not that. No. No. No.
That's not right.
I would like to offer you an apology for some of the things that you have seen here today. They're not good things. Okay, they are not nice things. And we would like to state guarantorically that we do not condone such actions. I am, of course, talking about reading books. Okay, can we just put that out there? Can we all agree? All right, thank you. We do not condone any children to do any such things. Wears out the eyes, stunts the brains, and it gives them backishes of the brain. You know what I'm talking about, right? Has anybody here read a book before? Can I get the lights, please? Can I get the lights? Is anybody here? You!
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Greg.
Greg.
Yes, sir.
No, Greg. Don't take this the wrong way. Bookworm! Stupid little bookworm! You read books like a worm. Worms read books. You read books. Worms are stupid. You are stupid. You are a sworm.
Thank you.
Now, my young friend Greg will learn from that. Won't stop him from reading, but he'll never raise his hand in the theater again. Now, I would like to introduce you to the pinnacle of human achievement. Why we evolved out of unicorns in the first place. Now, somewhere, on a show I heard, that a picture tells 1,000 words. So, Telly, if you bothered to look, I'm looking at you, Greg. Is what the equivalent of lots of books. All I know I learned from Telly. These big, beautiful books of facts. If you know a thing already, maybe you can switch channel over just like that. Endless joy and endless laughter. Folks living happily ever after. All you need to make you wise. 3-minute plus advertisements. Why would we waste our energy? Turning pages 1, 2, 3. We can sit comfortably on a lovely bumper leaves, watching people singing and talking and doing stuff. All I know I learned from Telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly just how clever a fella I am. Take it away, Michael! Really smart, very curious people. All I know, I learned from Telly. Bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly just how clever a fella I am. Who in the dickens is Charlie Dickens? Mary Shelley? She sounds smelly. Charlotte Bronte? Do not want it. James Austen? In the composted. Ewan McEwen? Oh, I feel like spewing. James Joyce? Oh, he doesn't sound nice. William Shakespeare? It's William Shakespeare. Moby Dick? Easy, Grandma. All together now! Oh, no! From telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly what a very clever fella I am. Oh yeah!
Hello, I'm Lavender, by the way. Matilda's best friend. There's a bit coming up that's all about me. Well, not exactly about me, but I play a big part in it. But I'm not going to tell you what happens, because I do not want to spoil it for you. Alright, look. What I do is I volunteer to get Trunchbull a jug of water, and then I... No! I will not say any more. I do not want to ruin it. Well, on the way back, I find a newt. A newt is like a really ugly lizard that lives in water. So I pick it up and... No, I will not say any more.
Oh, man.
I'm going to put the newt in Trunchbull's jug. It's going to be brilliant!
When I grow up, I will be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up.
And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night.
And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square. And I won't care, 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, I will be strong enough to carry all the heavy things you have to hold around with you when you're a grown up. And when I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. I will have treats every day, and I'll play with things that moms pretend that moms don't think are fun. And I will wake up when the sun comes up and up.
revenge section.
What? Well, we don't have a revenge section. What? Is there a child at school that's behaving like a bully?
Oh no, not a child exactly.
Matilda, are you sure something's
Do you want to hear the next part of the story?
Story? Did you say story? Did you say, oh, what are we waiting for?
Slowly, very slowly, the acrobat wound her shiny white scarf around her husband's neck. For luck, my love, she said, kissing him with the gentlest of kisses. Smile, we have done this 1,000 times. But suddenly, she hugged him with the biggest hug in the world, so hard that he felt she was going to hug all the air out of him. And so they prepared themselves for the most dangerous feat that had ever been performed. The great escapologist had to escape from the cage, lean out, catch his wife with one hand, grab a fire extinguisher with the other, put out the flames on her specially designed dress before they reached the dynamite, and blew his wife's head off!
Sorry, go on.
The trick started well. The moment the specially designed dress was set alight, the acrobat swung into the air. The crowd held their breath as she hurled all the sharp and spiky objects. 1 second, 2 seconds, they watched as the flames crept up the dress. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, she began to reach her arms out towards the cage. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, suddenly the padlocks pinged open and the huge chains fell away. 7 seconds, 8 seconds, the door flew open and the escapologist reached out one huge blessed arm to catch his wife and the child. 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds, and he grabs her hand and suddenly the flames are covered in foam before they can both be blown to pieces.
Hooray! So it does have a happy ending after all?
No,
No!
maybe it was the thought of their child. Perhaps it was nerves. But the escapologist used just a touch too much foam, and their hands became slippy, and she fell.
No! Was she okay? Did she survive?
She broke every bone in her body, except for the ones at the ends of her little fingers. She did manage to live long enough to have their child, but the effort was too great. Love our little girl, she said. Love our daughter with all your heart. She is all we ever wanted. Our girl with everything. She is everything. And then she died. And then things got worse.
Worse? Oh no, Matilda, not worse. They can't get worse.
I'm afraid they did. You see, the escapologist was so kind that he never for 1 second blamed the evil sister for what happened. In fact, he asked her to move in and look after the child. She was nothing but cruel to the little girl, making her wash and cook and iron and clean and beating her if she did a thing wrong, but always in secret, so that the escapologist never suspected a thing. And so, the little girl grew up with the cruelest, meanest, horriblest death you could possibly imagine.
Let's call the police!
Mrs. Phelps, it's just a story.
What? Oh, yes, of course! Matilda, you are so smart. Your parents must think they have won the lottery having a child like you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. They're always saying that, in fact. They say, Matilda, we're so proud of you. You're like winning the lottery. Yeah, I'd better go.
I'm so clever, I'm so clever, I'm so very, very, very clever. I'm so very flaming clever. What a very clever fellow I am. Come here, you!
Stop!
All right. Come here, baby, I want you to share my triumph. Not you, boy!
I'm a girl.
155 old bankers on my hands. But the mileage! Telling the truth, I couldn't very well drive them backwards, could I?
Backwards!
When suddenly, your genius husband had a spectacular idea.
So I ran to the workshop, I grabbed a drill, and I whacked it into reverse into the speedometer of the first car.
Backwards!
Yes, son! Yes, exactly! Backwards! Yes, backwards! A drill's motor whirls backwards thousands of times a second. Within a few minutes, I had reduced the mileage to nearly zero.
Backwards!
I'd done it to every single car.
Backwards!
Stop talking, darling. Now there's a good boy.
10 minutes later, the Russians showed up. Great big nasty ape faces, big suits, dark sunglasses. Don't know who they thought they were.
Russians are nocturnal. I saw it on a program last night.
That was Badgers. It was a program about badgers.
Same thing. And did it work? Oh, fantastico! Now I'll be able to afford Rudolfo all day long.
But you cheated them. That's not fair. They trusted you and you cheated them.
What is the matter with you? What have we done to deserve a child like you?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down to that library and tell that old lady you're never to be let in again. And if she does, well, I'll have her fired. You're never going to read another stinking book for as long as you live. I'll put an end to your reading, you young man. Now get in there and stay, you little creep.
At night, the escapologist's daughter cried herself to sleep, alone in her room. She never once said a single word about the evil aunt's bullying, as she did not want to cause a fuss. And so she suffered in silence. This only encouraged the woman to greater cruelties, until one day she exploded. "You are useless, filthy, nasty little creep!" And she beat her and threw her into a dank, dark, dusty cellar, locked the door, and went out. But that day, the escapologist happened to come home early, and when he heard the sound of his daughter's tears, he smashed the door open!
Don't cry. Please don't cry, little girl. Dry your eyes, wipe away your tears, little girl. Forgive me, I didn't mean to desert you. Nothing can hurt you, you've nothing to fear. I'm here.
Have I been
So wrapped up in the grief for my wife that I've forgotten the one thing that mattered to us most. I love you so much, my daughter, and I shall spend the rest of my days making it up to you. We shall be together forever.
Don't cry, Daddy. I'm alright, Daddy. Please don't cry here. Let me wipe away your tears.
Give me,
Daddy, forgive me.
to desert you.
I didn't want to upset you. Please, Daddy, don't cry. I'll be alright with you by my side. I have nothing to fear. You're here. When the little girl fell asleep, the escapologist's thoughts turned to the acrobat's sister, and an almighty rage grew within his great heart.
This demon! This villain! This
never can come ever again.
Matilda, I got those books you wanted, so if you would like, we could possibly start to...
What are you doing with those books, woman?
They're for Matilda.
Oh, no, they are not. Not on my watch. See, there is an age for reading, and an age for being an ugly, filthy little toad. You see, these children, they are toads. Aren't you, Bob Trotter?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. Only Bob Trotter here is a good toad. Sit. You believe in kindness and fluffiness and books and stories. That is not teaching. To teach the child, we must first break the child. Quiet, you maggots!
Miss Trunchbull, nobody was speaking.
Please understand, Miss Honey, that when I say quiet, you maggots, you are entirely included in that statement. Where is my jug of water?
I'll get it, Miss Trunchbull.
Stupid girl. Look at you all. Flabby, disgusting, revolting. Revolting, I say. I think it's high time we toughened you lot up with a little phys ed. This school of late has started reeking. Quiet, maggot, when I am speaking! Reeking with a most disturbing scent. Only the finest nostrils smell it, but I know it. Oh, too well. 'Tis the odor of rebellion. It's the bouquet of dissent. And you may bet your britches this headmistress finds this foul odoriferousness wholly, olfactorily insulting. And so to stop this stench's spread, I find a session of phys ed. Sorts the mealy rank from the revolting. The smell of rebellion comes out in the sweat, and phys ed will get you sweating. And it won't be long before I smell the pong of aiding and abetting. A bit of phys ed will tell us who has a head full of rebellious thoughts. Hold, just like a rotten egg floats to the top of a bucket of water. The smell of rebellion,
1,
the
2, 3,
the reek
4.
of insubordination, of insistence, the pomp of dissent, the bump of mutiny in action.
I can't!
Before the weed becomes too big and greedy, you really need to nip it in the bud position too. Before the worm starts to turn, you must scrape off the dirt and rip it from the mud. A whiff of insurgent, the hum of dissent, the bump of prepubescent protest, the pump of the fight, the odor of youth, the waft of anarchy and progress. Once we've exorcised these demons, they shall be too brute for scheming. Some double time discipline should stop the rot from setting in. Alright, let's step it up a bit. Double time. One, two, three, four. Discipline, discipline for children who won't listen. whispering and hissing, and entering and nattering and tittering and twittering. It's tempered with a smattering of piffling. Been insisting on rigidity and discipline. Recently resisting this anarchistic discipline. Well, let's not like this. The simple shriveling and the swizzling, the misery, the tizzy. To issue we can fix. There's no mystery to mastery. The art of class and the mystery. The stench of evil, the ring of free. The best buzzing, open bubble existence. The bung of the sense, the funk of moral fiber rotting. Imagine a world with no children. Close your eyes and just dream. Imagine, come on, try it. The peace and the quiet of the loving stream. Now imagine a woods with a cottage, and inside that cottage we find a dwarf called Zeke, a carnival freak who can fold paper hats with his mind, and he says, don't let them steal your horses. Don't let them throw them away. No, no, no. They'll be waiting for you, singing. Nay, nay. And there, just like I said, the stinky maggot rears his head. Even the squittiest, pitiest mess can harbor seeds of stinkiness. Have you ever seen anything more repellent? Have you ever smelled anything worse than the smell of rebellion? The stench of revolt, the reek of insubordination, the worm of resistance, the bung of dissent. And I will stop till you are scorned, to misery of the glorious one, to glorious mighty discipline has won this sickening stench away.
The newt! Can you see? I've got the newt! It's the newt! I've got the newt! I'm going to put the newt in Trunchbull's!
Quiet!
I don't think this is teaching at all. This is just cruelty.
Well, that is because you, Jenny, are pathetic. You are wet. You are weak. You are, in fact, a sniveling little newt. Ah, it's a newt.
What is it?
Oh, it's disgusting. Oh.
Watch out, Miss Trunchbull. I think it's gonna bite.
It might be poisonous. I'm so quiet, please.
You!
What? No, not me.
You did this.
Trunchbull, please, no, you pull her ears off.
I have learned, Miss Honey, during many years of experimentation, that the ears of little girls do not come off. They, in fact, stretch. In fact, I think I can feel these ones stretching now.
Oh, please stop! Leave her alone! You pig! Dad! Polly!
How dare you? You are not fit to be in this school. You should be in prison, in the deepest, dankest, darkest prison. I shall have you wheeled out, strapped to a trolley with a muzzle over your mouth. I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall dissect you, madam. I shall strap you to a table and perform experiments on you. All of these disgusting little slut, shall suffer the most appalling indignities because of you. Yes, you.
Have you ever wondered what I have about how when I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means in my head when someone says red, and how if we are traveling at almost the speed of light, and we're holding a light, that light would still travel away from us at the full speed of light. It seems right in a way that I'm trying to say. I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head I'm not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind unbidden, these stories delivered to me fully written, and when everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting, the noise in my head is incredibly loud, and I just wish they'd stop. My dad, my mom, Kelly, and stories would stop for just once. And I'm sorry, I'm not quite explaining it right. This noise becomes anger, and the anger is light. Burning inside me would usually fade, but it isn't today. And the heat and the shouting, my heart is pounding, my eyes are burning. Suddenly, everything is quiet. Like silence, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet, like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause or a walk in the woods. Quiet, like silence, but not really silent. Just that nice kind of quiet, like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed. Just the sound of your heart in your head. And all the people around me, their mouths are still moving. The words they are forming cannot reach me anymore. And it is quiet, and I am warm, like I've sailed into the eye of the storm. Go on, tip, tip, tip over, please. Tip, tip over.
This miserable collection of excuses, and you standing there like the split are its beating heart. But I am a match for you, and I tell you that there is nothing that I shall not do, no length I shall not go, no punishment I shall not inflict, no ear I shall not stretch back, no finger I shall not. Oh, what is it? What is it? Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off me! I've got a new to my knickers.
Well, that was interesting. I think we should all go home while we still have a chance. Matilda? Watch. Matilda, I really think
Watch, please. I moved it with my eyes. my head or my brains, so they have to squish out through my eyes?
Something like that, I guess. I met your mother. She's unusual. What about your father? Is he proud to have a daughter as incredible as you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's very, very, very proud. He's always saying, Matilda, I am so proud. That's not true, Miss Honey. That's not what he says at all. He calls me a liar and a cheat and a nasty little creep.
I see. Well, here we are. Home sweet home.
Are you poor?
Well, yes, I am. Poorer than most, though. You see,
Don't they pay teachers very much?
no. But I'm this poor because, you see, I used to live with my aunt. And one day I was walking out and I saw this old shed. I fell completely in love with it, so I ran to the farmer and asked if I could have it. He thought I was mad, but he agreed, and I've lived here ever since.
But Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed.
Matilda, I'm not as strong as you. When I was young, my father passed away. Magnus was his name. He was so kind. But when he was gone, my aunt became my legal guardian. And she was mean and cruel like you could hardly imagine. When I got my job as a teacher, she presented me with a bill. A bill for every tea bag, every electricity bill, and every tin of beans. She said I had to pay her back every penny. She even produced a document that said that my father had given her this entire house.
But did he really do that? Magnus, I mean. Did he really just give her his house?
I find it hard to believe. Just like I find it hard to believe that he would have killed himself.
You think she did him in, don't you, Miss Honey?
I don't know. All I know, years of being bullied by that woman made me, well, pathetic.
And that's why you live here.
This roof keeps me dry when the rain falls. This door helps to keep the cold at bay. On this floor I can stand on my own 2 feet. On this chair I can write my lessons. On this pillow I can dream my nights away. And this table, as you can see, is perfect for tea. Isn't much, but it is enough for me. Isn't much, but it is enough.
But Miss Honey, she's got your father's house. She's got everything that's yours.
On these walls I hang wonderful pictures. Through this window I can watch the seasons change. By this lamp I can and I am set free. And when it's cold outside, I feel no fear. Even in the winter storms, I am warmed by the small but stubborn fire. There is nowhere I would rather be. Isn't much, but it is enough for me. And this is my house. This is my house. Isn't much, but it is enough for me. This is my house. I feel no fear, even in the fiercest storms. I am warm. Even outside it's freezing, don't pay much heed.
I know that I hurt you.
Everything I need is in here. Isn't much, but it is enough for me. Isn't much, but it is enough for me.
Isn't this your father's song?
Well, actually, it was my mother's. You see, she was an
Acrobat.
Well, yes. How did you? Anyway, and my father, he was an escapologist. Matilda, how do you know that?
So they were your parents.
Who?
The people in my story.
What story?
A story. I've been telling a story, and I thought I was making it up, but it's real. It's your life. I've seen your life.
You've seen my life?
She didn't make Miss Honey. Let's go to the police.
Matilda, we can't. We have no evidence. But why? We don't have any evidence.
But why? She was so cruel to you. She beat you. She yelled at you. She locked you in tiny cupboards
Matilda,
through the cellars.
please stop.
Miss Honey, your aunt's a murderer. Who is she?
A contract is a contract is a contract.
Miss Trunchbull.
You see, children, in this world, there are two types of people. There are the winners, and there are the losers. And I am a winner. I play by the rules, and I win. But if I play by the rules and I don't win, then something is wrong. Something is not working. And when something is not working, you have to put it right. Even if it screams. What are you looking at?
You?
This class shall have a very special spelling test. Any child who gets one single answer wrong shall go to choking. You. Spell... Oh, let me see here. Spell newt.
Newt. N-E-W-T. Newt.
What?
Miss Honey's taught us. She's a very good teacher.
Nonsense. Miss Honey is too soft and peaky to be good at anything. Any moron can see that. You. Stand up, turn around, and spell the one thing that you all are. Revolting.
Revolting. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. Revolting.
You're cheating.
Of course he's not cheating. He's just simply spelling the word.
These specks of dust cannot be this clever. They are words.
I have taught them with kindness and respect.
How dare you bring those words into my classroom? You know nothing of teaching, and I shall prove it. You, filthball, snot-nose, spell Angelicomanial septricolostimosis.
That's not even a real word. You just made it up.
Spell, or go to choking. And I must warn you, it has silent letters.
A-M-C-H-E-L-L-A.
Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie, dear.
K.
I'm so sorry. It was a silent Z. You're going to choking.
Cat. C-A-F. Cat.
I got it wrong, miss. You're gonna have to give me a choky too.
What?
Dog. D-Y-P. Dog.
What
Me
are,
too.
What are you doing?
X-A-B-F-Y. And me.
What's going on?
Can't put a
What are you doing?
choky. Banana.
What are you doing? Stop this! Stop this! Stop this right now! Do you hear? Stop this!
Snot-nose. U-T-O.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
P-U-F-T.
can't put a soul in Chucky. You'll have to put me in the Chucky too. Oh, come now, Matt. Did you really think that I hadn't thought of that? I've been busy. A whole array of Chuckies. One for each and every one of you. And now that a little spelling test has concluded, I can tell you that each and every one of you has failed. You see, children, in this world there are two types of people. There are the winners, and there are the losers. And I...
Look, the shark!
Ah! Who the devil? Who?
It's moving! It's writing something! Look! Agatha!
What?
Agatha! This is
What?
Magnus!
Who the devil?
No
Who?
one's doing anything!
Someone must be doing something. Who? What? What?
Daddy, my daddy, back her!
What? It can't be. It can't be. No. It can't be. Magnus, no. No. There's no possible solution that this can be Magnus. I am dreaming. I am going to wake up any second. My cousin is already. No. 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 No.
Run!
No.
Run! 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 Run!
Whoa! Never again will she get the best of me. Never again will she take away my freedom. And we won't forget the day we
Fought for the right to be a little bit naughty. Never again.
for the Tokyo door slam.
Never again.
My people lead and
Never again.
I doubt it went
My homie says I'm a miracle. Never again will we live behind bars. Never again now that we know we are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting's done. And we'll have the trunks while bolting. We're revolting. We are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting's done. And we'll have the trunks while bolting. We're revolting. We will become a screaming horde. Take out your hockey stick and use it as a sword.
Never again will we be ignored. We'll find out where the job is.
And draw rude pictures on the board. It's not insulting, we're revolting. We can SPL how we like.
If enough of us are wrong is right.
Everyone N-O-R-T-Y. So we're a little bit nasty, so we gotta stay inside the line.
If we disobey at the same time,
There's nothing that the trash fool can do.
she can take her hammer and that's it too.
Think of us as too far, and there's no going back how we are. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N.
Revolting time.
U-S-I-N-G. U-S-I-N-G.
Run!
R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. It's too early for you, we are revolting. We are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting's done. And it's too early for you. We are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting's done. And it's too early for you. We are revolting.
A few days later, the acrobat and the escapologist's daughter received a letter from a solicitor. It said, that she was now the owner of the beautiful old house that had up until that moment been owned by the evil aunt, one Agatha Trunchbull. She moved in immediately and was very happy, happier than she had ever been in her entire life. And as for Miss Trunchbull, she was never seen again. And all the Chokies were destroyed, and a new mistress took over. And her name was Miss Honey, and it was often said that it was the best school in all the land. And as for Matilda, she was never able to move things with her eyes again. I always thought it was because her mind was being challenged, but she said it was because there was no need for superpowers. Often I would sit about this little girl and think how she was stuck with such horrible and mean parents. And I just wish that there was something I could do. So this is the end. And I wish so much that I could tell you that Matilda got the love she deserved. I wish so much that I could tell you that this story has a happy ending. But perhaps the truth is that not all stories have happy endings.
They're just standing there gawking. Boy, we're going to Spain!
But why?
Because this idiot, this bitch, this twitch brain, seemed to think it would be a good idea to sell 155 old bangers to the Russian mafia.
I didn't know they were the flaming Russian mafia, did I?
Come on, boy, we're leaving forever and never coming back!
Let Matilda stay here with me.
I beg your pardon?
Let Matilda stay here with me, please. I will look after her and care for her, and I'll pay for everything, I promise.
You want us to leave our daughter here with you?
What did you call me? Did you call me your
They'll be here any minute.
dad? You called me your daughter.
Look, you idiot, they're here!
Quick, hide behind here.
Thank you, librarian!
What they damaged my legs? It's my beautiful legs!
Uniform doctor.
Yes,
Where is the woman?
I don't know.
The woman is a stupid man. And being stupid is a man. I'm stupid too. That is a very, very rude thing to do.
Yes, well, I'm afraid my father is quite rude and very, very stupid.
You know this? Well, at least there is one clever one enough. What is your name, little girl?
Matilda.
I like you, Matilda. You seem smart. Sadly, in my line of work, I don't often get to meet smart people like you. Most people I meet, they're thinking it's all backwards.
Backwards!
Эй, что ты делаешь? Это, вот тоже да.
Спасибо. Мне очень приятно познакомиться с вами.
Той горбишь по-русски.
Not as well as I'd like to. It's a beautiful language, so I hope to learn as much as I can.
Matilda, who taught you Russian?
Well, I taught myself, I suppose. I was reading Dostoevsky, and I just thought it would be better to read it in the language it was written in.
Oh my God. Doctor. Now, I am Sergey. You Matilda won't move. You Matilda won't. It is truly an honor to meet you for my daughter. Yeah. I understand that your father has been rude and stupid to the both of us. Yes. I can very easily have one of my friends teach him some manners. And when he gets back from hospital, he'll still be stupid. But not so rude. I give you this gift. What do you say?
Mr. Sergey, this is a very tempting offer. But he is my father, and I'm his daughter. I think I've had enough of revenge.
This little girl, Что ты делаешь?
Я дома поезжаю за
Матилда. Что ты? Матилда. Matilda, your father is very stupid man. But he is also very lucky to have you as his daughter. But if I happen to be doing business here again and I see him, he would not be so lucky.
Quick, let's get out of here before they change their minds.
Well, but what about the girl? Do you want to stay here with Miss Honey?
Yes.
Do you want to look after her?
I do.
Well, we're short on room anyway.
Thank you.
Matilda left us in Sonny's arms.
I hugged her.
She hugged her back, and they hardly noticed as the Wormwoods
And Rodolfo!
and Rodolfo sped away into the distance. They were happy because they had found each other.
Yes, they had found each other.
No. No.